Lesson 16. Wastewater Management. Topics covered in the chapter. Water supply, sewage, open drains, wastewater treatment plant, WWTP, sludge treatment, water pollution, adverse effect of water pollution, social awareness. Wastewater is generated in large quantities from homes, schools, offices, malls, hospital and by agriculture practices. We use water at home for different chores that make it wastewater. What is wastewater? We can explain it in two ways. One that is wasted due to our negligence and sheer carelessness. Examples are leaking tap, overflowing tank. The other that becomes dirty after its use in domestic activities like bathing, washing and cooking. Industrial activities also generate a lot of wastewater. Examples are waste released in industrial effluents. We know from the earlier chapter that only 0.01% of water on earth is available for us for consumption. Rising population and changing lifestyles have further increased the demand for water. So water scarcity has become a global problem. The solution to this problem needs to be found at each of our individual level in our local areas. We can start doing our bit by adopting the 4R practice, which is as follows. Reduce. Consume water at an optimal level so that our need for it are met without its wastage. Reuse. Use wastewater again for different purpose after treatment. For example, industrial wastewater is used against in industries after its treatment. Recycle. To recycle water, it is to recover in order to use it in some other. For example, use the water left in glass after drinking to water your indoor plants. Recharge. The process by which rainwater infiltrates into the soil and percolates downwards into groundwater system. Example, rainwater harvesting process. Do you know, the United Nations has declared the period 2005 to 15 as the International Decade for Action on Water for Life. Water supply. Let us trace the path of water coming through pipes to a house. Water can be supplied from underground source through motor-driven tube wells. In urban areas, water used for consumption comes from rivers and lakes. Such water is delivered by municipal water distribution system. The water is made to pass through different processes and cleaned before it is supplied for consumption. The different processes are sedimentation, filtration, chlorinization, storage in overhead tank, distribution to houses. Sewage. It is important that wastewater from different establishments like school, offices and industries have a proper disposal system. Where do wastewater from your house go? How can it be treated before releasing into rivers, streams and other water bodies? Wastewater from different sources in your house such as wash basin, bathroom, toilet, kitchen is collected into drainage system through large holes at bottom of pipes. These pipes open into a sewer outside your house. The water along with the waste matter in the sewer is called sewage. These are connected to a bigger drain called sewer drains that carry it out of the colony or the locality. This is the sewer system. Most sewer pipes are underground. Have you seen manholes covered with iron lead along the roadside? These are the opening used by man to clean the sewer system if there is a blockage in any of the pipes. Do you know? Records at Harappa and Mohenjo-daro indicate that every house had a bathroom on the street side for easy disposal of water waste. Terracotta pipes were used and waste bins were provided at public places. Wastewater from both kitchen and latrine didn't run directly into the street drain but entered via a tightly packed brick-lined pit which acted like filters. Open drains. Drains that are not covered may get blocked with solid waste like plastic bag, rags, gravel. Such drains are flooded with dirty water that stagnates and are polluted, emitting foul smell. Mosquitoes lay egg and breed causing the spread of disease like malaria and dengue. Sewage waste also carry germs that cause serious waterborne disease like cholera, typhoid, dysentery, and jaundice. Wastewater treatment plant WWTP. Constituent of sewage: organic matter, food waste, fecal matter, urine, soap, detergent. Inorganic matter: nitrate, phosphorus. Microbes, bacteria, protozoa, virus. Most cities have elaborate sewage systems that carry sewage to waste water treatment plant. Once treated, the wastewater is released into rivers and lakes. Such water is free from pollution. Wastewater treatment involves a series of steps like filtration, sedimentation, and microbial degradation. These processes remove the chemical and biological contaminants that are a risk to human health or the environment. The method involved and mode of actions are given in the following table. Peremptory treatment: screening large solid materials like plastic, cans, rags by passing the sewage water through vertical bars. Settling of grit by passing the water through grit chambers or setting tanks where sand, silt and gravel settle down. Primary treatment: wastewater is then made to pass through a sedimentation tank where organic matter like feces settle down at the bottom. This is removed with the help of a scraper. Air is forced into the water through a shimmer. The bubble thus forms brings up suspended floatable matter like grease and oil, which is removed. Secondary treatment: this is a biological process where the organic matter is broken down by the action of natural decomposers like bacteria to release biogas, which can be used as a fuel or to produce electricity. This is referred to as activated sludge system. Bacteria, protozoa, and worms feed on the organic matter, which tends to form clumps of humus-like material that settle at the bottom. Final cleansing and disinfection: water is removed from the top, compressed air is passed through it, and disinfectants such as chloride and oxygen gas are added to kill the microorganism. This treated water is finally released into the natural water bodies like lake. Sludge treatment: raw sludge is put in airtight tanks called sludge digesters. In the absence of oxygen, anaerobic bacteria break down the organic matter. The byproduct of this process is biogas, which is used as an eco-friendly fuel and also to produce electricity. The treated sludge is nutrient-rich. It is dried and is used as an excellent organic fertilizer. Do you know? Septic tanks are low-cost, on-site sewage disposal system constructed in areas which do not have sewage system. They can be used to treat the domestic sewage of individual house, hospital, or apartments. A septic tank is a watertight concrete tank with an outlet. The organic matter is acted upon by anaerobic bacteria. The solid waste settle at the bottom and floatable material rise. A liquid flows through the outlet and percolate down the soil. Water pollution. We know that water is a versatile liquid. It is known to us in many ways. But what if we dump waste in water bodies like streams, rivers and canals? Our major rivers such as Ganga and Yamuna receive tons of untreated sewage daily, thereby making water unfit for drinking and other domestic use. These rivers have become open sewers as large quantities of waste are dumped in them every day. Such water gives out foul smell. It attracts mosquitoes, flies and germs to breed. Accumulation of waste also ruins the beauty of the site. This contamination of water bodies by substances that bring about undesirable change in the physical, chemical and biological characteristics of water is called water pollution. This contamination is responsible for major waterborne epidemics such as jaundice and cholera. Sources of water pollution. Point source. These are definite. Identified source which gives out constant volume and fixed composition of effluents. Industrial effluents consisting heavy metals like lead, mercury, saline, oil and acids are examples. Diffuse source. These are points situated away from the site. These wastes have unknown composition. Street runoff and agriculture runoff are examples. Do you know? Indiscriminate use of pesticide in higher than recommended quantity is a major cause of groundwater pollution in some districts. Adverse effects of water pollution. Pesticides. Living organisms that harm the crop and thus affects their productivity are called pests. Pesticides are used to kill the unwanted pest. They are toxic chemicals and when washed by rainwater gets collected in river, streams or even groundwater. They pollute the water and thus harm the living organism consuming it. Eutrophication. Excessive use of fertilizers in farmlands and gardens have an adverse effect on aquatic. These nutrients like NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium run off from farm and urban laws find its way to fresh bodies. The nutrients serve as food for the algae and promote their growth causing algae bloom. These algae consume oxygen dissolved in water causing threat to aquatic animal and plant life. Infectious organisms. Water sources not maintained in a healthy state gets contaminated by many infectious organisms that cause waterborne disease like cholera, typhoid, and dysentery. Open drains, sewage becomes breeding site of infectious organisms, thus contaminating the drinking water. Likewise, untreated human excreta is a health hazard causing water and soil pollution. People defecating in open fields along banks of river or railway tracks become the cause of polluting both surface and groundwater. Excreta of human contains more than 400 species of bacteria and virus. Social awareness. Growing community involves in health, sanitation, and proper waste disposal can improve our sanitation. Adopting sanitation practice should become a way of our life. The quality of living that is expressed is clean homes and a clean neighborhood and what is called a good sanitation. In fact, sanitation of the whole community would depend on personal habits of individuals like you and me. This would help to maintain an environment that is healthy and protected. Much of our ill health can be traced to factors of environment such as water pollution, improper waste disposal. So, as individuals and proactive citizens of a country, our contribution in enhancing the quality of life should be to focus on do's and don'ts, some of which are listed below. Maintain proper disposal of human excreta and other domestic waste. Never defecate on open grounds. Impart basic knowledge to people to make them aware of aspects of keeping good health. Don't run down government policy on sanitation and health. Maintain a healthy environment by keeping your house and neighborhood clean. Never throw household products like cooking oil, paint, and grease in the drain. Use dustbin to throw litter or waste. If you cannot find dustbin, carry the waste home and throw it in the dustbin of your house. Do not dispose of waste at public places like park, hospital, bus depots, and railway stations. Use mineral water or water from filter installed at public place for drinking purpose only. Drinking water from taps at public place should be avoided. Complain to the municipality or Gram Panchayat if you found an open drains in your neighborhood. Don't overlook any manholes in your locality or ignore choked drains. Do you know? Reverse osmosis is a relative new process by which water can be made potable. In this process, it is already available in household water processes. Now, it also being tried makes saline seawater portable on a very large scale, so that whole city can be provided with safe drinking water. Keywords: affluent, liquid industrial waste from sewage treatment or manufacturing plant that is wrongly discharged into rivers or lakes. Drain, pipe that carries off liquid and sewage. Sewer, pipes buried underground that leads away domestic and trade waste for treatment and disposal. Sewage, wastewater, human excreta, etc. flushed down in the sewers from toilet and kitchens. Sewer, a system, channel of pipes that carries out sewage from our home. Sedimentation, process by which solid matter settles at the bottom of liquid. Sludge solid, organic matter that settles at the bottom of wastewater treatment plant and used as organic fertilizers. Biogas, usually methane gas produced by the microbial decomposition of organic matter in the absence of oxygen. Sanitation, the control of physical factors in human environment that can harm health, development, or survival. Contaminant, agents that pollute the environment. Epidemic, a widespread spread of an infectious disease in an area. Septic tank, a covered horizontal flow tank that involves a series of treatment and is used for insolidated dwellings which are uneconomical to connect to the sewage system. Summary: wastewater is generated from various human activities at places like home, schools, and office. Wastewater can be reused, recycled, thereby reducing the wastage. Proper drainage system ensures proper disposal of wastewater. Improper drainage leads to choking and overflowing of drains, leading to further contamination. Water pollution can be a result of our ignorance, like discharge waste in water bodies without any treatment. The contamination is responsible for outbreak of dangerous disease like cholera and dysentery. We need to actively participate in keeping our surrounding healthy and clean. Take the correct option.